Hi everyone, hope all is well. As the title suggests, I bought a pay-to-win weapon mod. It was something I never really intended when I started my journey in the Division 2, well the Chinese version of the Division 2, but curiosity got the better of me. So the game itself was starting to become very easy for me. I think I'd reached that tipping point where it went from challenging to easy through my character progression. Now, there's still very challenging content, like the hard incursion difficulty, the level 3, level 4, level 5 high priority orders in the block DZ, but outside of that, everything else became easy. So, I bought a mod, and yeah, so let's have a look at how it went. Now, the weapon mod in question is the Wasp Enhanced Suppressor, which costs me 228 Q coins to buy, which you can only buy from the website. To buy those Q coins, it cost me £32 because I had to buy the minimum of 250. Now, the weapon that this mod is for the legendary P90, the Endless Pursuit. Now, the muzzle that this weapon originally came with has been upgraded to the advanced version, which is the one I bought, shown in the little caption below. So first of all, let's have a look at the build that I'm currently running. Now, first of all, you think, okay, why are you running 3-piece Heartbreaker Vert? Because you're a dickhead. I'm not a dickhead. Well, the wife thinks I am. The reason being is that the watch talent this season, which I will show you, one of the talents on there is the resourceful talent, which is the ninja bike talent. So it gives me the +1. So you need to run 3 of a gear set to get the 4-piece bonus. So we head back over to the build. Forget about the weapons for the time being. I've got a Coyote's mask on, maxed out. You got 33% weapon damage, 13.2% crit chance, 66% crit damage, 71.5% armor on kill bonus. No, just armor bonus, not armor on kill, and another 33% weapon damage bonus on the chest. Blue core 55%, and it's got 2 crit damage rolls of 55% each and a 10% crit chance roll. Holster is 25% weapon damage, 50% headshot damage, 33% damage to health, and 10% crit chance. The backpack is the everyday carrier with a perfect bloodsucker. It is 25% weapon damage. You've got 10% crit chance, 50% crit damage, 40% damage to health, and 15% damage to targets out of cover. The gloves, blue core again. On the weapon side, or the damage side, we've got 2 50% crit damage rolls and 40% damage to health. And then we move to the knees, which are the named Sokolov knees, and they're a Fox's Prayer variant. So 27.5% weapon damage, 50% headshot damage, 2 50% rolls of crit damage, and 15% damage to targets out of cover. Now, that's the best I've got as far as build goes so far. It's really, really difficult getting an all-red Heartbreaker build in this game, and certainly getting all red of the stats that you want. Some of those damage to health stats I didn't really want, but unfortunately shit happens, and yeah, and this is the best I've got. So, I used to run the legendary Blue Wave Guardian LMG, and I've been running that since really the day I've got it, and I only changed over just over a week ago. So we switched into this, and I don't have any of the mods for it because I decided I wasn't going to be paying for any of the mods. So this is what I used to do with this build. Okay, so we'll hit some headshots. Start the Heartbreaker stack ramping up. I'm probably going to have to reload because while I'm at till I get the full stacks. I'm at 4 stacks now, and you can see I'm generally doing 3.3 to the head and 1.18 to the body. And that's pretty much the max I can hit with this weapon. You think yourself, well, 3.3 is really good and 1.8 is really good. You're right. But in this game, it's maybe a little bit low, and also the reload on this LMG is an absolute killer. So I was advised by one of my Chinese friends to switch over to the legendary SMG, the Endless Pursuit SMG. So this is it here. It comes with, I'll show you, 3 mods, okay, as standard. First one is obviously +5 mag size, you get 10% stability, and you get 10% optimal range. It's the only one of the legendary weapons that actually comes with some mods when you craft it. The rest don't come with any mods, you then have to buy them. However, there is paid for mods with this, and this is the gun I'm going to get into. So, looking at the stats there, I've got 50% SMG damage, we've got 60% headshot, 30% weapon damage, 10% crit chance, and 15% damage to elites. So this is the bad boy that I changed over to, which I was advised to. So we'll give this a little bit of a test. Heartbreaker stacks have gone. Actually, if I equip the right weapon, that would be the clever thing to do, wouldn't it, Vert? So here we go. Let's start building some stacks. And you can pretty much see straight away, I'm not even halfway, and like I'm hitting bigger numbers. And you can see here I'm topping out around about 4.9 and around about 1.5, 1.6 to the body. And I'm like, okay, that's great. That's an absolute fantastic DPS increase. And I ran with that for a little bit, and I was pretty happy, pretty happy indeed. However, I started looking at what the differences were in the mods that you got with the weapon and the ones which you can buy. And the one thing that struck me was that the big increase on this weapon for paid mods is actually the muzzle. So I bought the muzzle. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to buy any of the pay-to-win stuff. So I'm full of shit. I'm really sorry, but I bought it and I wanted to see exactly what difference this thing is going to make to me and make to my damage output. So here's the muzzle in question. When we have a look at this bad boy, difficult for you to see because obviously of the translation there, but realistically I'm getting an extra 30% optimal range, 30% accuracy and 20% stability, but it gives me enhancements to the talent. So one thing it does when I'm in combat, it gives me 20% movement speed, which is like fantastic, and it seems to last for quite a while. It also gives me 50% accuracy while I'm in combat, which is great. But the big thing that it gives me is that it gives me an extra 150% weapon damage, and it stacks up to 3 times. So in essence, it's giving me an extra 450% weapon damage just for equipping this muzzle. So let's put this bad boy on. There we go. And let's just see what sort of difference that makes. So Heartbreaker stacks are back to 0 again. So let's go. And now you can see I'm already over what I used to have before. I've gone flying past it. Heartbreaker stacks are now at full. And I'm hitting what? 9.1 mil to the head. And 2.9, nearly 3 mil to the body. So that's the difference. Just one paid mod does for you in this game. And it's made it, if I'm honest with you, it's made the game, or most of the content, super easy now. So this is me 3.5 months ago at the start of my Division 2 China journey. And as you can see, I do very little damage. I'm doing a couple of thousand damage. Now this mission is Lincoln Memorial Legendary. I'm getting completely carried, and the best I'm doing is a couple of thousand. Absolutely pretty trash. Now let's have a look at me now. So this is me in the exact same mission, exact same difficulty, which is legendary, just showing you that I didn't have the muzzle mod plugged in. And this is what I was doing before I got the mod. And to be fair, I was doing a pretty decent job. I was hitting decent numbers. I could rinse a few of these guys. Don't get me wrong, the mod hasn't made me aim any better because my aim's absolutely trash. That's what you get for being a controller player, all fingers and thumbs. So I managed to get through these, hasn't been too much of a hassle. Pretty straightforward indeed, to be honest with you. Now let's have a look at me doing it with the muzzle. So again, exactly the same mission, same difficulty, same area. Only difference is I've got the muzzle plugged in this time. Making pretty sharp work for the first two. Got the third one, and yeah, the fourth one got down a little bit, but he got rinsed pretty quick. Maybe my aim was a little bit better on that one, but certainly the damage made a big difference. Now that I'm doing that bit more damage, I'm now able to contribute to some of the harder content instead of just getting carried all the time. This is me in Paradise Lost on hard mode. Yeah, I'm only doing 11 million to right there, which is baby numbers compared to what some of these guys do. But at least I can hold my own a bit. I can kill some NPCs. I can actually help these guys out as opposed to just being a hard carry all the time. So I'm pretty happy with my damage output. Chances are I probably won't buy any more paid mods, but then again, never say never. What would you have done? Would you have paid £32 to double your damage? Would you pay £32 to double your damage in the game, in the main game? Or do you think I've just been a complete dickhead? Because sometimes I feel like I maybe have just been a bit of a dickhead. But anyway, that's it from me. Let me know in the comments below. Bye bye now.
Great work, agents. You've secured the site. We're clear for the medical team to land, recover any survivors, and bring them back to Haven.